What is poppin' squad? It's your boy Jesimein. Welcome back to another Division 2 Warlords of New York build video. Today we have a special build, and that is my first official PvP video for the new patch for Warlords of New York expansion for level 40 for this endgame. Now, I'm not gonna overhype you guys on it. I just want you guys to know it does make you feel like you're playing Division 1. If you did play Division 1 and you were aware of the healing while shooting and kind of having that quick heal, this is the closest thing you're gonna get to it, and it feels amazing. So without further ado, let's look at the corrupt agent build. So starting off, you can choose whatever specialist you want to run. It doesn't matter. The reason I use C demolitionist in most of mine is because I really haven't had a chance to spec into everything else, so it doesn't matter. Depending on what you like, feel free to go, because you can use any weapon with this build. It's not tailored around any one thing, but I'll tell you the way I like running it. So theoretically, I would rather run gunner with this because I do want to use LMGs with this, and the reason is because I never want to stop shooting. I want to keep putting pressure because seconds are important to me based off of my med kit, and I'll explain that in a moment. The gun I'm using is a Negev. It did get a massive nerf, but it's still pretty good when you put unhinged on it, which grants 18% damage at the cost of 25 stability and accuracy. It does make it a little bit shaky if you don't have real good recoil control, or if you're on console, it is going to be a little bit rough, but if you can master that, it's definitely worth it. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, there's better options if you run ARs, and that's 100% fine. In this case, I just feel like big mags and being able to face tank longer is what makes this build shine. And I also see already, I see y'all little eyes already looking at this right here. This is my new addition to the build that you did not see in the intro because I just got it last night, and that is the Bullet King. So just so you guys know how it works, is basically you get 1,000 bullets in the magazine, and after the 1,000 bullets, basically every time you hit 100 bullets on an enemy, it replenishes ammo. So I just have this on the side. I might end up using this as a primary because I just get to non-stop shoot. I'm gonna see how it works out. Stay tuned for my streams for this, but this is not a necessity for this build. It's just an extra gimmick to have on the side. Bullet hell is actually pretty lit, man, and it's kind of giving a little support factor to your team if you land 100 bullets. So just something to have. I'll be making an in-depth video on this a little bit later, but anyways, back into the build. We're gonna start off with the Javelina mask. We're gonna have armor and armor regen rolled on this, and the reason I'm gonna be rocking armor regen is because since I'm not going to have great heals, I'm gonna be trying to pick up where my weaknesses are, and with this build, it's going to be the heals. The heals are gonna suck because you're gonna have to run it all blues. I feel this is the best way to go. Yes, you can probably get away with running all reds if you have a team, but in this game and in this meta as of right now, toughness or armor is actually super key unless you have a team. And I wanted to build this for solo players roughly because it is a selfish build. It doesn't do much for the team. There's little tweaks here and there you can make, but this is pretty much for the solo player, or for the person who just wants to go in up front and kind of be like the little ninja in the back. And you can pretty much get some crazy clips with this, and I'll explain why in a minute. Going down into my chest piece, I am rocking another Gila. It gives me 10% health just to get a little bit of extra health whenever my armor does break. And I'm also rocking Intimidate on it, and Intimidate is extremely strong with this build because while you have bonus armor, amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters, which is the cool thing is you're gonna pop this thing right in front of somebody anyways and go crazy. So Intimidate is definitely going to be the go-to talent with this build, and if you don't know why, let me explain it. So on my holster, it's going to be the System Corruption gear set that you can only get in the DZ as of right now. So you get in the DZ, go grind and get it. 2 pieces gives you 15% armor on kill. 3 pieces give you 40% disrupt resistance and 40% pulse resistance. The cool thing about this is if you do run like a shield with this or something, that disrupt resistance is extremely powerful. Sometimes it can even save you from crazy situations where they're trying to counter your skills. And the 4-piece, the Hack Step Protocol, replaces armor kits with an instant infinite use ability on a 20-second cooldown that grants 50% bonus armor and hides your nameplate for 5 seconds. So what this essentially does is it gives you instant bonus armor, and your health bar, rogue, name, everything disappears. You just become a body, and it kind of disappears where the player can't see what they're shooting. They don't know how much damage they're doing, but in reality, they're probably doing nothing because that bonus armor is enough to survive a whole clip. So when they're finally done face tanking, thinking you're low, your full health bar pops back and you just continuously beam them. That is what you saw in the intro clip. That's the combo. And when you burst it, because since you're able to have an infinite use, you don't have to be like super conservative with them and feel like you can't use them. You can spam it every 20 seconds if you want to. Spam it while running, spam it in any given situation that you need it. And if you spam it correctly while face tanking, which is why only time I ever use it really, unless I'm trying to run away, get on a corner, get some quick little armor regen. Intimidate fused with the infinite Q gives you every time you pop a medkit, you get 35% weapon damage, which is the time you want to be face tanking because you have bonus armor. The synergy is insane. Now for skills, you can kind of play around. I've been kind of popping decoys where I hit a corner, pop the medkit, disappear, my player disappear and leave the decoy there. I've pretty much stood next to agents looking for me. It's fun. It's extremely fun to use. You definitely feel like very stealthy. It's the first stealth feel that you have in the game, and as well as the quick burst DPS from one skill every 20 seconds, as well as having infinite use. You can pretty much out sustain anybody in a long period of fight. You don't really have to worry about going and getting anything from the restock because you have infinite ammo if you use the Bullet King. And if you feel like you're gonna need some heals, you kind of have that natural armor regen from all the pieces. You can see on the backpack right here as well. I have armor and armor regen. You go down to my gloves. I also have armor and repair skills, so just to give me a little bit of healing. And on my knee pads, same thing, armor with armor regeneration. So I'm trying to abuse the fact that I at least get armor over time while being able to pop that med kit. The cool thing about it is as that bonus armor is up, if your armor is low, your armor is basically healing while you're getting shot, which is super strong when you're trying to run away. Being able to do, you get to use a lot of skills with this build. I had fun with the trap when people were chasing me, get the pop med kit, get away, pop the decoy to fool some people, the pulse to try to counter fellow shield builds and meteor strike builds and pistol shield builds and you know, any other skill that's super strong. You can kind of play around with it as long as you always keep a fixer drone. Fixer drone fused with armor regen is just enough healing to be comfortable and just enough healing for you to enjoy it. Now, I know people are going to ask, well, where you get the Bullet King? I'm going to make a video on this. I promise you, if you got this far in the video, you're hearing it. I'm going to make a video explaining how I got the Bullet King and all this and what I think about all that. But you do not need it with this build. Whatever your favorite gun is, put it on with this build, spec towards it. Put on your specialist and try it out. I promise you, I usually don't say copy and paste, but I want you guys to experience how strong and how cool it feels to outplay people with this build. You definitely feel like you're not cheesing. You definitely feel like you're actually playing the Division 1. It's crazy. It's like the Division 1 player's dream. This is going to be your guys' go-to build. I promise you, once people finally start figuring out how strong it is, after they see it, it's all good. We want people to be in the DZ trying out all these different builds. You want us to be broken. You want us to be strong, because if we become nerfed, that's when everybody starts complaining. So I really want you guys to see this build. Really want you guys just to kind of get an idea that there are a lot of different options. Even with 1.6 million armor, you can get melted. So it is definitely important to have special things on your gear that are going to prevent you from getting smacked by all the other DPS builds. And in this case, Hackstep Protocol fused with Intimidate is definitely the perfect match, perfect balance build for me when it comes to PvP. If I'm shooting a gun, 99% of the chance from this point on, I'm going to be running Hackstep Protocol. Anything else, I'm going to be running my skill build. This is my favorite DPS build. I've already made a rifle build. I've already made a crit AR build. I made a clutch build. I've made them all in this current patch, and I still feel like this is my favorite and this is the best, because if you play this right, if you skill with this build, you can outplay any DPS build in the game, and that is my Jesimein seal of approval. Feel free to test it if you guys want to try it out. If you're on PC, I'll definitely show you how strong it can be, and then hopefully we can get some people in on the hype. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to make you guys OP. That's my job. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is the corrupt agent build. I'm just so excited to show you guys this build because I've been having so much fun. If you watch my stream, people already know. And the fact that I added Bullet King to the mix, I cannot wait to see how it is to be able to shoot infinite while being able to be in a fight, and how different the DPS is going to feel. So it's pretty much it. Thank y'all so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for the constant support that you guys have been doing. Bro, this past week alone, we broke over 1,000 subs. It's going crazy. You guys are blessing the boy. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the content. I'm out here grinding for you guys, giving you guys blueprints so you don't be wasting your time, giving you as much choices as possible, not trying to limit you to one. I want you guys to be OP, so I will continuously make OP build videos. And if you see me post a build video, that's because it is super powerful. I do not do regular builds. So squad loves y'all. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the subscriptions. Smash a like. Let me know what you guys think about the build in the comments below. And yeah, continue showing love, man. We trying to go for that road for 70K. It's been real. I love y'all. Your boy is out.